Good evening, everybody. I'm Stu the Frugal Video Gamer, and welcome back to the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. So, let's see here. Okay, you know what? I kind of like this in terms of the layout, and in terms of, like, the brightness settings. I am apparently visible. So, good job on the camera.
Midnight each day.
David Hunt.
There's someone...
So, last we left off, I'd found out that Mariana had gotten a substantial loan from Dekker himself. Let's see. Alrighty. And you are?
Nope.
Oh. Who might you be? Who are you?
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
The men's room?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a day and needed the restroom, and here I am.
How did you get from a restaurant to here?
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office.
Oh.
Sometimes when I go through a door,
Oh, this is just freaky.
it opens to another place.
So teleportation?
Oh, I know this one.
Nope. Yeah, did Jaya see you?
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there.
So he is a client.
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now. Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before.
Okay, so he came in
What changed him?
during his degradation.
Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
And what did you see? Drat.
But
There we go.
I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
When did this start?
Yes,
Drat.
the doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another. My dad died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important.
Oh. So the
Here I am.
literal version is as opposed to a metaphorical.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end.
After the autopsy, presumably.
I never got to say I loved him. Yeah,
Yeah, do you regret
Maybe.
not saying it?
he'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye.
Wait a minute.
I did love him. He just broke everything.
What did he break?
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
Keep calm and carry on?
Sorry. Over and over again.
At the same time, I mean...
Like he really meant it.
Yeah.
He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Did you forgive him?
I didn't get to.
Oof.
I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
I think he loves
All
you.
those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever?
Unfortunately, yes. I would love to quote the famous, the road less traveled. Yes, the door is shut forever.
It's no solace, really, is it? Maybe another time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he, and you are?
Scarlet.
With 2 T's.
I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
Were you close?
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are.
Yeah, fair.
His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
What did he dream about?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
And after the beginning?
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally, and it was winning. I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
You visited his dreams?
I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
No, I haven't. Yeah, how do you
It's
dream
something
walk?
I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them. It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into
Okay, I've
that
got to ask about the
person.
constantly tired.
That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
You suffer from... You're constantly tired?
That's not something I want to talk about.
BB. What have you taught?
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
You struggle with relationships?
It's difficult to sustain them.
BB. Good lord,
I'm
buddy.
not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too.
Yeah, I can
Like
relate.
I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out.
Okay, not for the same reason, but...
The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
What do you normally see?
Sorry.
Drat.
I think people try to show off.
Oh, like how creative they are.
Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
Ghostbusters?
Sounds
Yeah. What creatures were in Dekker's dreams?
soft, intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Compelled.
No,
Drat.
when you've experienced someone's dream,
You've kind of seen the...
if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Were you dating Dekker?
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry. We didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
The other woman?
Sorry.
Yeah, fair. What were you doing on
Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E.
I'm assuming that was like the
I
emergency room?
melted a nail to my finger.
Ooh.
It hurt a lot. I needed stitches.
So...
It's all fine now, though.
yeah, she's probably gotten vouched for then. I I'd say keep it secret.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a
I wish I
try.
could just encourage
What if
her.
it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Be honest.
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
What are your thoughts on Scarlet? With 2 T's.
Sorry,
Fair. I don't, really
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
I'll go with Nathan.
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Do you feel ready to date?
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
The police?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
No, go ahead.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol?
He
People are
should
such
know
idiots.
better. Yeah.
Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Truck driver?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah.
Oh.
He was divorced apparently. He killed himself.
Oof.
He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too. But he died in his garage.
Carbon monoxide poisoning? Yeah, fair. How did he die?
I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window.
Oof. So yeah,
Not until
carbon
he put his
monoxide.
daughter in the seat first.
Jesus.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car.
Jesus.
Do you know I wrote him a letter?
What did you say in the letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me.
Do you feel guilty?
Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
No, because
His daughter's picture was in the paper.
he was the one
Molly.
that ultimately made his. Yeah.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right? Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink.
Okay,
though.
so I didn't drink during your sessions.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
Help his patients.
It's been nice chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
No, I didn't know that.
Haven't got a clue.
Drat.
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
His prescription pad?
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Trying to get you to confess?
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things. Please do. I wish I could believe you.
Yeah, I'll go with Ellen.
Hilda died last night. On her own, heartbroken because she couldn't see her daughter. I feel terrible. I should never have listened to you.
How did
One
she
of the
die?
other nurses found her. She went without anyone even noticing. I wasn't there. I phoned in sick. I knew that if I went into work, I'd want to shift. In our last session, you said that shifting was wrong, that I shouldn't shift for Hilda, that I should let her die without seeing her daughter. I'm such an idiot. I have this amazing gift and I didn't use it.
Part-timer. Do you still think
I think
Dekker?
of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
How's your son?
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way, I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news. For a moment, I thought he might cry, just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
It was... Okay, Jaya.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
How mean did she get?
I don't know.
Fair. Sarah became mean.
I don't.
Drat.
Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I mean, I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it?
No, it's not professional at all.
I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Yes, it's stressful.
I can tell just by looking at you. This job has really taken its toll on you. Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya. Jaya
Yeah.
seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
A place like this.
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the
I
waiting
suppose she didn't say present
I
company
know they're
included.
just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Anyone in particular? BB.
Sorry. No.
Buddy, I'm sorry, but I don't want you getting tangled up in the wires trying to lay down or hop over.
And she's a slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is bleak. Actually, I think I sort of know her. I saw something in the news about her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something. It's funny, because about a week or so after I read that, we had a David Castleford come in to visit his aunt. I think
Wait,
she was with him. Oh, I wonder if it's the same person.
oh, there we go.
That's a picture of David, isn't it? David Castleford? Claire's husband.
Who's Amelia? Oh,
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
well,
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The
So
only
no
thing I
loved
could feel
ones.
was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'd have... I'm not sure I could have made it back.
So you think he doesn't have loved ones? How's Terry?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her. Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her
Yeah,
ill.
fair. Who's Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Why did she collect dolls?
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter.
Okay, fair.
Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
Okay, am I missing something here that I should have picked up on?
What's the point of me having this amazing gift if I'm not going to use it? I've helped people with it. I know I have. I don't know why I let you tell me otherwise. At least I still have Amelia. I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
Huh? Just, let's see. How are you?
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Problem?
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor!
Jesus.
Sorry, but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. You said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Okay. Hackett Brown, chart token and law, Kate Roanbeck. Or Kent Roanbeck. Who was the girl? What's David doing?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
Rat.
Yes, sorry.
The neighbor.
I left out an important detail.
Yes, the girl.
The girl, Anushka. She was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it.
Well,
Doctor, I'm worried.
what are you
I'm worried
about?
that David's not going to stop at cats.
Yeah, I kind
He's
of
killed
figured.
deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list.
Yeah,
Can't
understandable.
stop him.
Anushka?
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
Weird and creepy. Fair.
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that
Think what?
I need to put David out of his misery.
Yeah,
That I need to end his suffering.
I would agree.
That I need to kill him again.
She is admitting
What shall I do,
she...
Doctor? Should I kill David?
Why is it...
David
yeah.
hasn't been well. Otherwise, I'd taken you. Shall I bring him to you next time?
Yes, bring David in.
You seem muddled, Doctor.
Drat. Oh, there we go.
Next time, then. Although it will have to be just you here, and late at night. I can't have anyone else see him. Oh, yes, here.
Oh, kind of jumped the gun on that. So I guess these are like...
From a few
David
weeks ago.
Castleford.
As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
For a letter of one. So there's Hackett Brown. Hackett and Brown. Chart, token, and ball. Ah. Okay. Yet another client. Wait. I'm assuming this might be Nathan's? Cat round. Okay.
I can't tell you.
Cat round back.
Nope.
Fair. She didn't get one.
No.
Fair.
I've tried them before. Dr. Dekker gave me a prescription.
So odds are he
Didn't
wrote
help.
this prescription for himself.
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
No,
Then Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that.
yeah, I plan to.
I've already told you Dr. Dekker was a drinker. It's hardly a revelation.
Don't go yet.
Very well. I will do as you say. I suppose I can let this go on now that someone else knows about it. The responsibility of having David is too much for me on my own. Thank you, Doctor.
Drat, I just got roped into something. Tell me about your referral.
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill. Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain
Well,
conditions.
in fairness, given what you've told me, what's certain
Dr.
conditions?
Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't. But curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
Ooh. So that explains why he...
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him.
Yeah, sounds
When I
right.
said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but
Oh.
showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
You should give him... Drat.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Yeah. And Ellen, or Elin.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
I mean it.
I'm
How are
fine.
you?
I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
New skill.
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I'd teleported. Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
Fair. And teleported.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make.
You could accidentally teleport
Don't
to the
want to
sun.
become one with the igneous layer
Or
too
that.
soon.
Igneous layer.
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
No.
Good. I was starting to think you didn't care about me one way or the other.
Yeah, I want to help these people. You've seen Jessica again.
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her.
Destroy the photos.
Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
No, don't tell her about the photos.
I didn't think I should either. She'd hate me forever. Maybe when she next waves, I'll at least wave back.
Destroy the photos.
No.
I just love the fact that it's so blunt on that one. What have you been doing?
I stole a
in the midnight
painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
What was the painting of?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Very specific.
I have nothing to tell you about that.
Fair enough. Why do you like that painting? Ooh, wait, green. There's something special with green. Oh, did not mean to do that. I know there's something special with green. Should follow this up. Okay. Spider.
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like, I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly.
The fly?
There's no fly in the painting. I think that's what I like about it. The spider has been so intent on spinning its web that it hasn't noticed there'll be nothing to eat.
The clock.
My grandfather died in World War II. He was a lorry driver. I don't really know much about him. Brave, though, you'd imagine.
Stuck at 3:15.
I don't...
Fair. Maybe stuck clock?
My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker.
Help you sleep through the night
I
and...
think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
Where are the pills now?
No.
What else have you
It's just
stolen?
that one thing. Just the painting I've stolen recently.
I do like the
think my
fact
new
that he has it
pursuer
recently.
is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor? If I really like them?
No, it's not okay to steal.
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Unraveling you?
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Where did that come from? Becoming Dekker?
Sorry, no. I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
Yeah, and you would know.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Composition?
Your questions.
Shocking composition, maybe. Fair.
My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
Why is he pursuing you? Drat.
Ask me.
Escape.
I don't know anything.
Let's see. Yeah, fair. Okay,
My
gotta
pursuer. He's measured in.
Testing.
Sorry.
Drat it.
My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though.
Underestimated you.
I don't know anything.
Drat.
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
No, I don't think so.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
Tell me about your referral.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
10 minutes, maybe?
No.
Drat.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Real power?
Ask me something.
Fair.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
Encoding?
Interesting.
Eh.
Psychokinetics, remember? Yep. Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it. Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Specific example?
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
Which is what Dekker was doing.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them.
And then have insanity.
It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
Grandfather paradox is... Ready.
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born.
But then who goes
if you
back in
cannot
time?
be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
And what was the one... Where? Will I be able to go far enough back? Nope, only for the current session.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
You drink?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Okay. Ooh.
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Is prescription
No.
bad? Yeah, test for
I'll go and
fingerprints.
suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime. I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
Forge his signature.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
Okay, which... You feeling stressed?
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
I play video games. Yeah, I relax playing games.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Well, you kind of are one in this one. How well do you know
I like
Aldeby?
Professor Aldeby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about. The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself. I bet you like dance music. I don't know why.
And
I
what
have
do you-
no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent. Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
Dekker was annoying.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I'm just kidding.
A raise.
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
Cute.
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent.
Did he ever show you
I
a
don't
fireball?
know.
Or, I would assume no, then.
I love food.
Okay.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to be.
Hockey?
It must be frustrating.
Yeah.
I see. And how does that make you feel?
Frustrated.
You're getting closer. Sorry, I can't.
How does...
I see. And what are you going to do about it, Doctor? Excellent. I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Okay, that was kind of an interesting little sidebar there.
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water? I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't.
Any
I've been
blackouts?
feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Having what?
Don't know. Why are you...
How are
I
you
don't
getting worse?
feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
Blood test first, Dr. Rose
Dr.
next.
Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency.
Entirely possible.
I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. See, Doctor? It's calling me.
The sea calls you.
That's not something...
Talk about the beach a lot.
I have this recurring dream.
Yep, we've discussed it.
I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed.
I would suggest avoiding the creature.
But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life.
Are you familiar with
Someone's
anglerfish?
touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
No, I don't have that dream.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Beautiful.
I know nothing.
How is the dream beautiful? Fair. The sea is calling you.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
Have you tried swimming in a pool?
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them.
Could they be the bodies
I
on
don't
the floor?
always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
What happens?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home. My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night. No,
I didn't visit you. Yeah, why would
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Okay, good. Do you take temazepam?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking? I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Fair. What's the glowing... What does the alarm sound like?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Good process of events on that one. Was Dekker an alcoholic?
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions.
Okay.
He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Other things?
I don't know.
What's the glowing bee?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
let
He
you...
lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Treasure?
I'm sure you've asked me this before. I sell necklaces, made from things I found on the beach.
I have not.
That doesn't mean anything to you.
Drat. Inquisitive. Oh, there we go.
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
Why did he loan you so much? Tell me about your
It's a
referral.
referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Everything that's been going on.
Ask me something else. No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor. He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
Boy. I don't know. Loan agreement. Why was the interest so low? Drat.
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did. Okay, but if he goes missing, don't go looking at me. If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
My twin?
I don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
No, I don't have a twin.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now. Nope. You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
I think that's everything then? Oh. Refuse to drink.
So, if I could
breathed through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
Okay, so yeah, I'll continue at this point. Okay. Let's see if there's going to be another big smash.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Your problem?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
Okay, fair.
He wants them to follow me to the sea,
Yep.
to the
Called
creature.
it.
It eats them.
Yep.
It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Yep. I suspected as much.
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth. You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
That's why he learned how to dreamwalk from Scarlet. Okay.
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
Innocent.
Let's call
Damn.
murderer.
Claire.
That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Don't feed it.
Always the pretty ones that are the...
I admire you.
You know what I want. Focus.
Focus on you.
You're disappointed. Yes. Yes, you do.
God, this is creepy as shit.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
She's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly,
out of his misery.
is it okay to
You
steal
know what?
things?
This is actually a pretty good
I'd
way to
mind.
I
frame
saw
it.
Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Each
I should
stream
tell
will
her
be
about
one
Psychokinetics?
chapter.
Photos.
Dr. Dekker.
Act 5. Insanity, please.
Oh! Doctor, you look...
I'm down. I look what? A fright?
There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere.
Hey!
I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Okay. And that is it for this particular stream. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you likely tomorrow night. Pleasant dreams. Well, actually, no, probably Friday night. Just occurred to me that tomorrow night I'm going to be busy. Anyway, pleasant dreams.